I am an experienced traveller. I know how to fly. It's not that complicated. You book your tickets, you print out your boarding pass, you have your passport ready, you're good to go. Or so I thought. Hello everybody. I wanted to get it out there. My drama's at the airport. It happens, and sometimes you don't go places. Me? I was meant to go. Didn't happen. I'm still here. And then I thought, why not turn this unfortunate event into some heart-to-heart time? I don't know you, you don't know me. Let's hang out and share stories. So I'm going to take you guys back 2 days, a whole 2 days. I was scheduled to go on a trip to New Zealand. I mentioned it in my previous video, I'm pretty sure I did, and I have been away from home for almost a year and a half, and I'm desperately missing it. I'm missing my family, I'm missing my siblings, I'm missing my culture, I'm missing fish and chips on the beach, you name it, I'm missing it. So I was pumped to go. Just to clarify my situation, I'm now living in America with my husband and my 2 boys. We were living in New Zealand for the past 4 years. We got married in New Zealand. We had our boys in New Zealand, but we decided to move back to America. And because my husband and I have 2 toddler sons, they are a handful. So it was a done deal. I was going to take our 4-year-old. So I should say both him and I were pumped to go. He said, "Mommy, guess how many sleeps?" And I said, "How many, baby?" He said, "1. My 4-year-old is a genius. I'm just putting it out there. And I was like, that's right, honey. We're going home. So I started packing about a week in advance. I filled up half of my suitcase for my family back home. I have everything that I need. I've spent a lot of money on this trip for gifts and various other little things that I think might make life a little bit easier with a 4-year-old traveling. By the way, I've never traveled on my own with a toddler. If you have any advice or tips and tricks, please leave them down below. So the day finally arrives. Our flight is due to leave at 3:15 in the afternoon, and because I'm so excited and bursting at the seams to get on an aeroplane, we arrive 2 hours in advance. I'm reminding my 4-year-old every 2 seconds that we are going on an aeroplane. There's just a lot of excitement here. So I get to the airport a little bit jittery because I'm flying on my own with a child. I'm a little bit nervous. I get everything ready, I get our passports ready, I go up to the kind of self-kiosk thing that you put your passports in, it prints out your boarding pass. Our names pop up, but something's wrong. So I'm like, yo, I need some help. Please. She's great. She comes over, she prints out the boarding passes, and she looks at my boarding pass and says, there's a problem here. So the conversation goes a little bit like this. Do you have anything with your maiden name on it? That was 5 years ago. No, I don't. Well, TSA isn't going to let you through if your boarding pass is different from your passport. So what? And you may get stuck in Houston. It's a little name. Just change it. Basically what happened is I booked these tickets a couple of months ago under a Travelocity account that I had created about 6 or 7 years ago, so well before my married days. I'm pretty traditional. I took my husband's name. No regrets. Love the last name. It is great. This boarding pass had my maiden name on it. And because I used this Travelocity account, basically it put all my details in automatically. All I had to write in was my son's name. I guess I just overlooked my name because I saw my son's last name and I was like, well, they both coincide even though they don't. I was seeing something that day. I must have been too excited to even notice what was happening. At this point in time, I'm thinking, it's just one name. And she said the words, "You're going to have to call Travelocity." My heart sunk. Has anybody ever called Travelocity? Don't do it. You'll regret it. You will not be able to get through to somebody, get put on hold, and most of the time the people on the other end do not understand you. I mean, nobody here really understands me, but you look like a bit of a bozo in the middle of the airport yelling out, A! A for apple! A for alpha! I'm sorry, I for India? A! This phone call took me about half an hour to 45 minutes and my flight was leaving in about an hour and a quarter. I didn't get anywhere. The person on the other end of Travelocity told me to call Air New Zealand. That is the flight that is co-opted with United that I was flying with from Houston. Oh, this has to be sorted out. I have to go home. I have been dreaming of this. I have to go home. This is not going well. The women behind the front desk were stars. They did what they could. They worked with me. There were other people, and it was a difficult situation. There were people coming in the line. I really needed this to be taken care of because I was leaving. And to mention the time that it takes to get through TSA in the airport with a 4-year-old, it's not a fast process. I really needed to be at the gate ready to board the plane. So they get on the phone to call Air New Zealand. She was on the phone and she was like, oh man, I can't get through to them, and like, no, please, this cannot be happening, this is terrible. So Air New Zealand break the news that they cannot do anything. Oh my word. Travelocity can't do anything. Air New Zealand can't do anything. United cannot do anything. Basically, nobody has the authority to change this name. I guess it does look a bit strange having a different name on your boarding pass to your passport. I guess in my mind I was just like, it's an easy fix, but no, it's not. My heart skipped a beat when one of the ladies said to my husband, we have just sent your bag back to the carousel. It's on carousel A, because we thought we'd have to take it off the plane. Can you run downstairs and go get it? A shred of hope! Two very exhausted, jittery, and a little bit crazy 2 and 4-year-olds. Mums, you know how it goes. They stay there with me. I'm trying to hold on to them and not panic in this situation. My husband runs back downstairs to go get the suitcase. He comes up within like 2 minutes. He's super fast. I start prepping my son. I say, honey, you need to put everything in the bag. We might just be about to go on this flight here. Can you please put everything in the bag and move fast with me? You have to work with mummy, okay? I have a treat for you at the end of it. My flight is due to leave at 3:15 and it is now about 2:30. So if anything is going to get resolved, I have to move fast. I get excited and my heart's racing. I'm like, is this going to work out? Please, this has to work out. The ladies behind the front counter basically say, there's nothing we can do. Be on your way, girl. You ain't going anywhere today. I cannot even begin to express my disappointment. This felt like an overwhelming grief. I couldn't quite believe what was happening. Like I said, I'm an experienced flyer. I've never had any out of all my 10, 9, 8 flights, I can't remember how many quite now, but out of all my flights, I've never had anything like this happen. I was kind of numb walking out of the airport with all my bags thinking, what just happened? Something in me was completely dead and just dumbfounded by the whole situation. I was trying to stay focused on the kids. I was trying to keep my spirits up. I was trying to think of how I was going to explain this to Lincoln, who was so excited to go. I got in the car with my husband. I was thinking, okay, there has to be a way to sort this out. Either I can get on a flight tomorrow and just go, or I can get refunded, or whatever. This can be sorted out. We get home 45 minutes later. I'm still on the phone. So this phone call is nearly up to an hour. So basically, there's not much they can do. I cannot be refunded the money, and I cannot get on a flight the next day without paying an extra $2,000, $3,000 plus a $200 cancellation fee, blah, 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 blah. They say you can get refunded your money, you're going to have to talk to Air New Zealand about it. Why are they saying refunded? Nothing is refunded. Basically, you get credited the money back on your next flight. So we talked to Air New Zealand, and the lady is super sweet on the other end. Bless her soul, she understands me. She tells me really confidently that she knows what she's doing. She's seen this problem 100 times. She tells me what can be done. She goes through the options. And I just break down. I just want to go home. So then there's the words that come up again. You're going to need to talk Travelocity. I'm just thinking I should be on a flight to Houston now. I should be going. This is craziness. But I'm at home using the whole afternoon into the evening on the phone, and I'm still not getting anywhere. I talked to this guy at Air New Zealand. He just says what we're going to do is we're going to take the credit back from Travelocity. We're going to hold on to it. You have to use it within a year, so when you book your next flight, just deal directly with us. So this whole thing hasn't been worked out. All that I can conclude is that later on, maybe next year or whenever, we're going to have to use those flights. I gather that anybody that is away from home and their country is probably feeling the same way and can relate with me. Like, I'm just tired even thinking about it. I was really pumped to film this video, and now I can feel my heart dropping again. I didn't want to do anything beauty related today. I didn't want to do any reviews. I just wanted to get to know you guys and to hang out and tell you guys this is my life and this is what's happened recently. So if you guys have any similar experiences, please post them. Please share them with me, because I totally want to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share your comments, share the love, and peace out. I'm on to day 2, not being in New Zealand. I love my family and friends. I'm so sorry that I'm not there, guys. I'm not understanding this. Okay, I'm gonna move on and go about my day. So thanks guys for watching. Toodle pip.